As a teenager in Australia, I was a bit of a superstar at track racing. Often I'd have to change ratios in under 5 to 10 minutes in between different types of races. As you can imagine, I've become quite the dab hand at changing chainrings fast. One of the tricks of doing this with a single chainring is gluing the back of the chainring bolts into the chainset arms. At some point, you're going to have to replace your own chainrings because you want to change ratios or they've just worn out. What seems like an easy job is actually fraught with danger, mainly because you have to use a tiny fiddly tool in close quarters to the chainring teeth. None of the information I've seen on the internet or YouTube points out the danger of this. I just want to teach you the fastest, easiest and safest way to do this job. You've just got to become the bike. G'day viewers, my name's Ashley Malcolm and today I'm going to show you how to change chainrings on the most common type of chain set, the traditional double, while also showing you my top pro tips. One of these tips will reduce the need to use the most dangerous tool in the workshop down to nil. And the name of that tool is a peg spanner, which is used to hold the back of the chainring bolts while you try and undo them or do them up. You're going to want to stick around till the end when I'm going to show you how to change chainrings on a more modern chain set with single chainring bolts, and I'm going to show you 2 top tips that make this safe, easy and quick. By the time I'm finished, there should be no reason why everyone isn't taking their chainring bolts out and doing this trick on them, even if it's a brand new bike. If left too long, it's very likely they'll become seized. And I know from experience, you're not going to want to take them out with these 2 tools. So buckle your toe straps, let's get straight on with it right now. I need to change the outer chainring on this bike and also the bottom bracket and fit a new Royce one. But rather than just take the chain set off like most people would do and then take the chain rings off, what I'm going to do before I get started with getting the new bottom bracket in there is I'm going to crack the chainring bolts while they're on the bike. And the reason I'm going to do that is because this is a 3-handed job. You need something to hold the chain set and you have 2 tools to hold, and it's really quite dangerous because of the teeth on the chain rings. So if we crack it here, we're using the bike to help us out. So let's get the tools we need. I'm going to get my peg spanner. This is the most dangerous tool in the workshop, and not because it's dangerous in itself, but just because of the way you've got to get this in the back of the chainring bolt so that you can get the chainring bolts undone. Right, I'm going to sit down and do this job just to make it a bit safer as well. So what you need to do is get your peg spanner and just locate it into the back of the chainring bolt, and basically you need to hold that in while you get your Allen key and then try and undo it. Now I'm not going to do it like this, I'm just showing you how you do it because that's quite dangerous. I'm going to ditch this tool and I'm going to get my extension. Now the reason I'm doing it like this, when I could just be doing it with a peg spanner, is because I don't need to, because when I built this bike I did something to the chainring bolt that means I don't have to use a peg spanner again, so I don't have to endanger my hands by doing that job. So I'm just going to quickly crack these. Let's just get the chain off now. Right, normally what I would do now is I would take the bolts all the way out and take both the chain rings off and then just swap them over while they're on the bike. But this particular bike's inner chainring has some deep arms on it, so it won't slide off. So I will have to take this off the bike to get the chain rings off and get the new ones back on. Right, the next thing to do is to get the chain set off. Just get that little dust cup out, put the crank bolt out, and we get the crank puller in there. Now you want to just make sure this is always inside, the bit that pushes against the bottom bracket axle, make sure it's always inside, recessed down from the actual end of the puller bit that screws in, because otherwise you risk stripping your cranks. Make sure that's nice and tight, and just spin that in. Turn that in, don't go all the way. You don't want the cranks to come off before you actually release the puller itself in there. This just makes it much easier. You don't have to put the puller in the vise and then turn the cranks off it. I hope you didn't think I was going to do this with a Duros chain set. I've just got this nice and loose there now. Hopefully I can just turn it off with my fingers. Okay, let's get these chainring bolts out and get the chainring off so we can get the new one on. And I'm not having to use the peg tool here. I'm just holding the back of the chainring bolts with my thumb or my finger. So let's just pop them out. Okay, the top tip here before we get the chainrings back on is we're going to get our grease gun and we're just going to put a little bit of grease on the chainring bolts. We're going to put some grease on the thread of the male ones, and we're going to put grease on the female ones on the shank. Now what that's going to do is it's going to allow us to tighten the chainring bolts up tighter without damaging the threads, but we're not going to need a peg spanner to do them up or to undo them. So it makes the job really nice and safe. As always, if there's any aha moments you've had, please drop in the comments below. Now we've got our chainring bolts greased, what we're going to do is we're going to get the chainrings back on. So I'm just going to offer up the inner one to the chain set and slide the big one over. These ones here, well the outer one here, has a pin on it which goes behind the crank arm, and that's just to stop the chain going down between the crank arm and the chainring if it was shifted over the top. So I'm just going to get one of these in and just not do it all the way up, just enough just to hold everything in place, and then I'm just going to work my way around and pop each one in individually. Again, not doing any of them up tight. We just want to make sure everything locates before we actually tighten it right up. And in fact, I'm not going to tighten this right up until I get it back on the bike. Again, just for safety. Now, I didn't say how I was putting the inner one on. A lot of the time you do have to get it in the right orientation. They'll have like a little tang on it. Sometimes they've got like a little arrow on them, and that usually goes underneath the crank arm. It orientates so that the recess in the chainring to take the chainring bolts is on the back. This one here doesn't really matter to that, it doesn't have any kind of orientation. So what I've actually done is just lined up all the words on it so that they look nice to read when you're looking at the bike. Okay, now we've got our chain rings on. Let's get the chain set back on the bike, get our crank bolt in. Now if you're getting benefit from this, please share it with someone else who you think would benefit from it. Let's get my ratchet with the extension on it, because then my hand's just away from the chain set and a less chance of just getting catched on it and hurt myself. So the way I like to do this is I like to do one up, and then I miss one, and then I do the next one up, and then I miss one, and I do the next one up. And I just keep going around until I've got them all done up. Now you might find that sometimes you have to just hold the back of the chainring bolt with your finger just until it binds. But you can see this is much less dangerous than doing it with an Allen key and a peg spanner. There's no need to use a peg spanner, and therefore you're not going to slip and catch your hands on the chainring and hurt yourself. So there we are. That's how you fit a new chainring nice and safely so you don't hurt yourself and you don't hurt the bike. The only thing we've got left to do now here is just make sure that the rail is at the right height, because the chainring was worn away. Get the chain back on it, check the gears out, and get back out on the road. You might think taking the chainring bolts out of a modern chain set is quite easy, because they screw straight into the big chain wheel. This job is just as dangerous. If you're trying to do it with a normal Torx key like this, your hand is very close to both the chainring teeth and also the frame. The chainrings are sharp, but if you slip when you crack the chainring bolt open and hit your hand on the bottom bracket shell or on the chainstay, there's a good amount of pain waiting for you. Taking chainrings off modern chain sets was actually the reason I bought myself this extension, just so I can keep my hands away from the chain set and the frame while I'm undoing them. Using this, I can basically hold on to the left-hand crank arm and just crack the bolts. The process is the same as it is with the traditional type chain set, except for you don't use a peg spanner. So what you need to do is keep the chain on the bike, crack the chainring bolts, and then if you don't need to take the chain set off for something else, just leave it on the bike. Now just unhitch the chain at the master link and take the chain off the bike. Take the chainring bolts out all the way, and then you want to just wiggle the chain rings off the chain set. I do it this way because more often than not, the outer chainring is stuck on the spider and it comes off with a sudden crack. When you're working around this area of the bike, it's always waiting to bite you. Now you could leave the inner on the bike, but as it's loose, I'm going to take it off and give it a clean. Also, when I put the chainrings back on the bike, I don't only grease the threads of the chainring bolts, but I grease the interfaces between the chainrings and the spider. And the reason I do that is because these sorts of chain sets can creak, and if you've got a creak in your bike, you'd know that you've eliminated that before it comes about. Greasing the outer also makes it easier to get on and off, so you're not having it just jolt off on you while you're trying to change it. Get your inner ring over the pedal, the crank arm and the spider, making sure the recess side is facing the bike and the tab, if there is one, lines up with the crank arm. You can just rest it on the bottom bracket for now, and then get your outer chainring, again slide that over and line it up with the spider arm. Make sure it's nice and square and push it on. Get your inner chainring lined up and start putting your bolts in. Just put them in one by one and don't do them up tight. And then once they're all in, just make sure that everything's lined up and the outer chainring is still square on the chain set, and then just tighten them all up. Again, do it in a series where you do one, miss one. Oh yeah, and don't forget to wipe any grease off that's squelched out from when you put the outer chainring on. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do that now. And stay tuned for some more videos coming up next.